welcome back. This is Mike Perkins, one half of MVP, one half of Opinions I Like Podcast, one half of Mike and Vince Perkins, and for this here, I am the whole show. Okay, so you've seen the thumbnail, you've seen the title. I was in the chat room of the stream from yesterday with most notably Omawale. That was his channel, Omawale Africa, and Courtney Michelle. They were talking about the situation with Miss Pearly, Just Pearly things. And they started with the false premise of her invading the conversation about Black relationships, and then asked the question from that false premise, who should be invited into that conversation, and should we be gatekeeping as Black people? Look, let's start off from the beginning. The Black Manosphere has been charged with letting Miss Pearly, let's just call her Miss Pearly for this shit, because I can't stop doing that. It's like Miss Ann, but it's Miss Pearly. That's funny to me. And I don't even know who Miss Ann is. I just get the context of how they're using it, so let's just call her Miss Pearly. So Miss Pearly, nobody from the Black Manosphere has promoted Miss Pearly. Nobody. The only thing that happened is she had an interaction with Hafiz from the roommates, and then after said interaction where Hafiz showed his ass and looked like a complete fool, we saw that and said, you know what, we're gonna make some content off of that because there's some points to be made in this interaction. She just so happened to be on the other side of said interaction. If you can look before that interaction, you will see no trace of her in the Black Manosphere. No trace of her. Because the reality of it is that most of us didn't know who she was on that level. Familiar with her, I mean, she was at 500,000 subscribers, but nobody was familiar with her in the sense of subscribing to her, being in our panels, having her on their shows, whatever. And especially not to the extent that maybe you may have a Shay Sharday, a Crimson Cure, Chantel Simone, keep fucking up her name, or even like a Courtney Michelle. You know, she hasn't been present in these spaces like those women have, especially not in the Black Manosphere, because you have adjacent spaces that exist. You have the Purple Pill space. You have, people who are really just a part of their own thing, like a TLA. They have their own orbit, like the Lapeef Network. They have their own situation. You know what I mean? But she was on both of those shows. But those people have said plainly they're not part of the Black Manosphere, and that's fine. And I will respect that and not call them a part of that. The false premise is that the Manosphere had something to do, the Black Manosphere had something to do with this Miss Pearly getting any kind of notoriety. And there's no possible way that we could, because if it was possible for us to do that, then why wouldn't we do it for Danica Marie? Why wouldn't we do it for Crimson Cure? Why wouldn't we do it for even Courtney Michelle? Why wouldn't we do it for them? Or why? Because they are clearly associated with this space and clearly are on panels and clearly get their content shared. Why wouldn't it happen for them? If we have that kind of power, what I find to be funny all the time is that they give us power when it's convenient, but they say we're powerless when that's convenient. You gotta get it together. Now, to the main topic of it all is who's afraid of the big bad white girl. It's clear that these content creators who are Black women are afraid, deathly afraid of Miss Pearly things. Miss Pearly got y'all panties in a bunch. She is making y'all sweat off y'all's lace front. And for what? For absolutely nothing. You heard she dated Black men. You know how many white women are on YouTube? More than I can count. And this white girl in particular, who is apparently the new Karen, I guess. I don't think so, but whatever. Got y'all panties in a bunch. Got y'all sweating out y'all lace front. Why? What the hell did this girl do? She didn't do nothing. And not that I know of. I have no clue as to what she did. There's nothing that you can tell me that she did that would deserve all this attention. The best thing for you to do if you don't want her in your algorithm is to block her. Is to press not interested. Is to unsubscribe if you subscribe. But you know what happens when black women don't like somebody? They hate watch. That's the reason the Kardashians got popular, because you hate watch. That's the reason why Mona Scott is so famous, because you hate watch. That's the reason why Kevin went to 1 million, because you hate watch. And you make stuff more popular by being triggered. If you really want to get rid of this woman, ignore her. Because she ain't worried about y'all. I can tell you she ain't worried about y'all. She is so unaware that she is a problem for y'all that she's like, huh? What did I do? I did what? I don't understand. She doesn't get that she is making y'all triggered because she's honestly not probably trying to make y'all triggered. And the only thing that you hear the Black Manosphere saying really at this point about her with regards to y'all is that what's the fucking big deal? She's a content creator. Make content that's better than hers, or make content about her, or just make content. However it go. Look, Fresh and Fit was public enemy number 1 at one point. In these spaces, if you want to call it that. They were public enemy number 1. Duke and Don made video after video after video of Fresh and Fit, saying they lying here, they did this, they did that. Video after video after video. Fair use. Video after video after video. And you know what happened? That got them to, I think, like, last I saw, I think they was at 30 or something like that. They probably way higher than that now. But that got them monetized and beyond. And now their live streams are lit. Their live streams are lit. And whatever they want to say as far as a message, they can cater their message to their audience because they have enough of an audience to actually do that. Why don't you employ that strategy and then get your message out? But you don't want to do that. Why don't you ask the people who do your kind of content that are successful best practices? But you don't want to do that. What you want to do is complain and have us do what to this white girl? That ain't bothering us, by the way. Because she ain't bothering us. She's not bothering me. I don't give a fuck. She's not bothering nobody over here. We don't give a fuck. We talked about her because of the Hafiz situation. I dare you. I defy you to find any kind of content prior to the Hafiz situation where she's on Black Manosphere content. I'll wait. Please put it in the comment section. Please. It doesn't exist. She was on Lapeef. But I dare y'all go over there and say, Lapeef, why you have her on your show? Because what Lapeef gonna do to B. Taylor and Courtney Michelle, what Lapeef and Anton gonna do is tell you shut your mouth. Shut your mouth before I fire you. Shut your mouth before you don't be on this platform no more. You know who the boss is. Act right. That's the only place where she's been on. Every place else is just non-Manosphere stuff and not even say they Manosphere. They're not. They said that and I respect that. But she ain't been in no spaces in the Manosphere. It's just that she was on this situation with Hafiz. And the Hafiz situation was so freaking hilarious, it's ridiculous. And she just so happens to be a part of it. Now, what is the end game with all of this hoopla about Miss Pearly? Well, I tell you what they want the end game to be. They want the end game to be that black men come together under the guise of get this white bitch away from us and don't let her exploit us and exploit our dysfunctionality. Well, one, no. Because if we're talking about her exploiting your dysfunctionality or her misappropriating, she ain't the first in line. I say y'all go get Cardi B first. Make it real. Because this is the real about why y'all are attacking Miss Pearly. It's because she's a soft target. She ain't gonna do nothing. You know she ain't gonna do nothing. Like, have you ever seen women get in an aggressive argument with each other, a lot of times that shit don't go far. You know why it don't go far? Because the realm of physicality is not a real option for them. Like I got not uncles, but I got aunts and cousins that are, taller than me. Like my aunt's 6'1" or something like that. Ain't nobody fuck with her. No woman ever got in her face. I got cousins girl cousins that are 6 feet, 5'9", 5'10". Don't nobody get in their face. They don't have to get in fights. You know why? Because women don't get in their face. Because they understand that physicality with another woman is off the table. It's the same concept. Women pick on soft targets. It's punk shit. It's weak sauce. You really, 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 really want to do something? Go and get these female rappers who are embarrassing you. Go and get these female rappers. Get all the Nicki Minaj's, get them all. If it's real, if that's your problem, Miss Pearly ain't your problem. If it's real, as opposed to trying to galvanize men to do something about something that ain't really a problem. And this is why nobody believes you. Because you cry wolf so motherfucking much. Nobody believes you. It's like, oh, she's a problem? Why? Because she's in our space talking about our kind. Them people is in London. Where are you from? Atlanta? Memphis? Florida? Tallahassee? Ain't none of y'all from London. You sound like you're from the South. You are not from London. Them black people let her do that, and that's fine. There's no way for black men to affect the algorithm in London. It is the World Wide Web. But there's no way for us to affect that because we don't know what's going on over there. We have no clue. And did not have a clue about this young lady until the Hafiz situation. Nobody talked about her. Coach Greg Adams' situation with Hafiz was funny. And then the next situation was her, Miss Pearly and Hafiz. That's the only reason. And y'all are crying wolf again. This is affecting us. Why? Because you're not going to say because we insecure. It's the same thing as when you had TikTok and you had white girls on TikTok taking y'all dances and getting more subscribers and more likes and more views than you all. Who gives a fuck? It's social media. Now, if you do give a fuck, say you give a fuck. If you are triggered, say you triggered. But you won't. You won't. You won't say that white girl is intimidating me. That white girl bothers me. That white girl is triggering. That white girl makes me insecure. You won't say it. Just say it. Just say it. Because if you say it, at least I respect the honesty. I'm still going to tell you, you full of shit. I'm still going to tell you that. But at least you told them the truth. That white girl ain't did nothing to y'all but make content. And if she's exploiting your dysfunctionality, then guess what you need to be doing? Stop being dysfunctional. Focus on that part. Ain't that what y'all say? That part. Focus on that part. Stop being dysfunctional. Stop being the very same thing that you say is the problem. She ain't your problem. Twerking is the problem. She ain't your problem. You know what's the real problem? The real problem is that at 25, you rather hot girl summer than to find you a productive man to attach yourself to. That's the real fucking problem. That you wait till 35 after you done been ran through. Now you want a nigga. Good luck. Because it ain't about you believing it. It's about us believing it. But go ahead with your bad self. Go off, sis. Ain't nobody holding you back except for you. With these bad decisions. Ain't nobody getting in your way. Make all the bad decisions you want. And then when it's time for you to actually wake up and say, okay, cool, I want to be in a relationship. No. Your problem ain't Miss Pearly. Your problem is that you promote your promiscuity in public. That's your problem. Ain't got nothing to do with Miss Pearly. Miss Pearly is not bothering y'all. She ain't got shit to do with y'all. She is not bothering you. She is not in y'all way. YouTube don't even work that way. YouTube does not say, well, if she's successful, then you can be successful. Motherfucker, that ain't how it work. Her views do not affect your views. And the goofiness of Oma Wally, like, why are you even entertaining this goofy shit, bruh? This is weak sauce. They triggered, so we should do something. No, let them hash it out. They really got a problem with that white girl? Hash it out with her. See if you can beat her, because you can't beat her. And this is the problem. You think because she's over there saying 2 + 2 = 4, and we saying 2 + 2 = 4, that we somehow align. No, 2 + 2 just actually equals 4. Now, I can't help it that black women are walking around saying 2 + 2 = blue. That's not our fault. And then she said 2 + 2 = 4. See, you believe what they believe. No. It's just that 2 + 2 = 4. We ain't got shit to do with that. If she's regurgitating the same thing that we're saying, that we ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just the truth, which proves that we ain't full of shit. Because some white girl from Chicago who lives in London now, plays volleyball, 6 feet tall, has nothing to do with us, said the same thing. Now, that's not validation for me, but you know what that is for you? It's pressure. Ain't that what y'all say? It's pressure. I'm pressure. Well, that shit's pressure. And if it wasn't pressure, you wouldn't have your panties in a bunch. Millions of white girls on YouTube. Matter of fact, there's more white girls on YouTube probably than anything. And y'all worried about that one. That's telling. The fact that you gotta have 15 panels about this one white girl, Miss Pearly, is telling. They ain't got shit to do with us. That's all your insecurities. Y'all want to get rid of her, but I know what you can't get rid of. You can't get rid of color context. You can't get rid of that. Yeah, you want to get rid of her, but you don't. I know one thing you ain't gonna get rid of: blonde weave. Not gonna get rid of that. You're not gonna get rid of lace fronts. You're not gonna get rid of filters that's lightens your skin. Not gonna get rid of that, are you? Not gonna get rid of feminism, are you? Yeah, you gotta get rid of her, but you can't get rid of her until you get rid of other shit. You can't get rid of twerking, can you? And you worried about Miss Pearly. Miss Pearly ain't did nothing to your ass. But that's my time, man. I'm going to go ahead and tuck it on in. I might do a live later on. I really do want to do a live. If I can do it, if my work load isn't that, deep, I will, certainly go live. I miss going live. I was going live for a little bit and then I stopped. I hate that. So I'm going to try to get that in. If you haven't and you're new here, please like, subscribe, share, comment. We just got up to 400. We're over 400 now. So now I got a community tab. I can literally share all my favorite content creators and all the little stuff that I find on the internet that is very interesting to me. So I'm gonna start doing that. All of the places that you can find us are in the description. So I appreciate you. Keep supporting, keep doing all the things that you're doing. This is Mike Perkins and I am out.